guys, welcome back to the Ultra Squad, and today we are here with a part 3 of what if issei had the Chaos Emerald. Now, before I can even start this what if, I would actually like to make this known that I'm actually sick, so I can't really talk really properly than I usually do in my videos. If you hear my voice breaking or anything like that, it's because I'm sick. If you hear me coughing, sneezing, so yeah. I'm actually kind of sick, guys, so I will still be actually making more what if. I did say I'll be taking a break from DXD, which I will be. Like, I just wanted to get this what if out of the way. I wanted to focus more on my Danmachi, My Heroes, and pretty much Naruto. As yeah, I just want to actually tell you guys that. And without further ado, let's get right into this what if. Now, the last part we actually left off was actually issei finished having a conversation with Yami about the Chaos Brigade. And pretty much issei was actually now at home thinking about this whole issue on hand. Now issei had to deal with this two devils in his territory, and now the Chaos Brigade now. He was actually thinking that he may have to get involved in this whole supernatural world. But heck, he decided not to focus on that right now. With this, we just have a time skip to about like 3 days, as Issa and Ingvild were actually just going to school. As like heck, everybody there was actually start welcoming Issa and Ingvild back. As like heck, like some of them would know that they were actually even more closer than ever than before from last year. As like one of them actually figured that they're actually now dating, which like the word actually went wildfire fire around the school that issei and Ingvild were actually dating now. That pretty much like the guys were so jealous of issei, say that he had the hottest girl inside this whole school, and also Ingvild like she had the handsome man like issei. The school has pretty much, remember, they were crowned king and queen of this whole school. So yeah, so with this, like we actually see like two people looking outside of the window, as pretty much this was actually none other than Ray's Grimmery and also Sona Citri. As immediately like heck, Ray's catchy sense that issei he kind of has a sacred gear or not, she's not really sure of, but she can sense that issei is really strong. But Ingvild, she can sense that she's pretty much like a devil in some kind of way. She can definitely sense devil energy from that. Sona also felt the same thing, as the two of them were actually ordered the rooks to go over and keep an eye on them too, which they were actually just a nod, which they were actually nod. Pretty much we just have a time skip for about like what, 2 weeks have already passed. Issa and Ingvild would continue their normal regular life, going to school, hanging out after school, going to work, and immediately like they would go and hunt down stray devils at night, which like heck, like the two rooks will actually find out about this, and they will go report back to the kings. As we just have a time skip, fast forward all the way to the next day, which issei and Ingvild was actually now in class, learning about nature and things like that. Immediately the door will actually slide open, and every girl would start squealing apart from Ingvild, as they will actually now see Kiba Yuto there in their class. As immediately Kiba will actually ask for Issa and Ingvild to actually come to the ORC, that the president would like to talk to them. With this, Issa and Ingvild will actually oblige, as they will actually follow Kiba to this ORC. Figures that like Issa actually thought that Reyes wants to talk to him. Probably she found out about he knows about the supernatural world and things like that. That she is trying to recruit him. So with this, they will actually follow Kiba to abandon like what, club room, as they will actually just enter it immediately as they actually enter it, like the door to like the main room, they were actually greeted by Reyes and also Sona Sona there with their Parage too. With this, the door was just closed behind Issa and Ingvild, which the two rooks was just guarding the door. With this, Reyes will actually ask the two of them to actually pretty much sit down, which they will actually do so. As pretty much like heck, Reyes would just go and introduce himself, introduce herself, saying that she is Ray's Grimmery and also Sona Citri. Now, I'm going to get right into the point. I know that you two know about the supernatural world. Well, I'd like to know if you guys are actually a threat, or pretty much, if you guys are actually an enemy or not, just Reyes would say. With this, Ethan was just kind of be like, he was just raising eyebrows, saying like, "What makes you think that we're actually a threat? Cause right there, you entered my territory without me even knowing. So I obviously gotta know if you two are actually a threat or not." With this, Ethan would just start chuckling as he was just now laughing like madly now. "Oh God, you really think you actually own this territory? Sorry, princess, but right there, this territory actually belongs to me. And besides, right there, like I've been guarding this place for quite a while now, ever since I was actually kind of little. This place has actually kind of been my home, and plus I'm actually a dragon, so it would make sense for me to guard my home territory." With this, Sona and actually Race will kind of be like taken aback by this, and everybody inside the club room, besides from Ingrid, that right now they were actually in the presence of a real life dragon, as pretty much for their like heck, like Race would actually like to know if issei is a threat or not. With this, issei would say like he's not a threat, but like heck, if any of them were there like mess with him or anyone close to him or so on, he will over there become a threat to them. He will actually kill them or pretty much drag them out of this town, sending them back to where they actually came from. With this, they were actually comfortable with this answer, and immediately they will actually go on to the next question, as Reyes will actually ask if issei and Ingrid would like to join the parade. As pretty much Ingrid will actually kind of decline, saying that she doesn't want to be in the parade, and also issei, he will also decline. As pretty much like heck, Grace would try to persuade them, saying that if they join her or Sona, they will actually pretty much have everything they actually ever wanted. They will have money, women, they will have their own harem. With this, issei's eyes were just like, heck, he was just twitch about this, like hearing the word harem, which this was actually this did not go unnoticed by Reyes, as she was actually like trying to persuade issei, because heck, she thought issei was actually kind of cute, trying to actually get him in her parade. She would just like to actually know him. He was pretty much of a good-looking guy. With this, heck, issei would kind of sigh as he would actually kind of decline the offer, saying that offer may be it's tempting, but heck, I'd rather keep my humanity, of course. I am a dragon, so I like to have my freedom. I mean, if I actually was actually part of your parade, then I'll just be ripped away from my humanity, my rights, and things like that. So yeah, it pretty much sucks becoming a Red Dead devil. With this, Race will actually say that her family and her household pretty much treats their servants like family. With this, issei will actually kind of he was shrugged as he was still declined. With this, Race actually sighs, saying that she would not get issei in her barrage or anywhere. With this, she would just let the two of them go. With this, we actually fast forward all the way to midnight. We will see issei and Ingvild right now at an abandoned church. With this, issei will have to walk up to the door, as he would just pretty much go and kick the door open, making his presence really known. As right now, not issei, as everybody inside the church will be actually be rogue exorcists and also fallen angels, about 4 of them. With this, one of the fallen angels will actually ask "Who are you? How dare you just enter this place?" With this, oh sorry guys, with this, issei would just actually just sigh and say "Oh, don't mind me. I'm just actually here just to eliminate each and every one of you, seeing that you guys are pretty much causing trouble in my territory, of course. So I hope you guys are all prepared to die." With this, one of the fallen angels will actually order the exorcist to kill them, as immediately the exorcist will go and charge towards issei and Ingvild. Ingvild would just start singing, as immediately the whole exorcist would just start falling asleep, as the moment they actually heard her singing, they pretty much just all just fell asleep, just completely knocked out. The fallen angel sees it, as they will actually go and throw life spears towards Ingvild, but issei will actually just go stand right in front of her, as immediately issei will go and snap his fingers, as the 4 life spears that they actually shot towards them will just stop in mid-air. As one of the fallen angels was kind of surprised, as he just literally said "Impossible!" With this, issei would just redirect the life spear towards them, snapping his fingers again, and immediately the life spear will more fast speeds would go and it will kind of like pierce them right in front, like inside the chest, as pretty much right there, completely exploding as them completely to pieces, like well, as black feathers were just all over the room, as pretty much heck. Issei was actually kind of happy. He finally took care of those right there, like fallen angels. As in this one, like Issei, like is a person not to mess with. Like, come on, like if you are messing in a dragon's territory, like Issei is more of a dragon person. Like heck, he's taken no like he's not shown mercy to anyone. Like okay, he will show mercy to some people, but he like people who does not deserve it, he will just kill them right on the spot. So yeah. So pretty much we just have a time skip all the way to about like a week has pretty much has passed. We will see Issei and Ingvild in their club room, which Issei actually decided to start up. It was actually the astronomy club room that it was actually pretty much of a good. It was pretty much Issei thought it was actually might be actually like a good right there like thing to have right there club room, so they can have privacy, things like that. Pretty much Draga was also there. Like remember, Draga is actually kind of like a female. I named her Draga, so yeah. She was there in her human form, and she was trying to get used to it, like being free for the sake of Gale. Like she was not at her full power, but she was at around 20% of it. She was around right there, like capable of like what killing right there an ultimate class devil, of course. So yeah, just at 20% of her powers. Immediately right there, like Issei and Ingvild and Draga would sense two devil energy entering the school, as Issei can sense one is actually kind of like not that strong, as the other is really strong. With this, Issei would go and teleport himself to the ORC, where he was sensing the magic was pretty much coming from. Once Issei got there, he immediately right there concealed his presence, but also Ingvild too, trying to actually hide and trying to see what's actually going on. With this, once they actually arrived, they actually saw the whole scene with actually Grayfia there, with actually Rise of Phoenix discussing about right there the arranged marriage between the two. Which right there, like heck, Reyes actually kept on saying that she doesn't want to marry Rise of Phoenix. As Ryza said, like there's nothing that she can do about it, that the higher ups had already confirmed about this, that it was already decided the moment right there, like she was like about like what 50 years old. So yeah, ever since she was born. So yeah, I don't know how the Devil Society works. So yeah, with this, like heck, Ryza will actually display his eyes on actually Reyes Queen, and immediately he would say like, Ryza would actually mind having right there like the queen of the Grimoires, like the queen, like the Dundon priestess in his harem. He would say, as like Akana was kind of be disgusted by this, because like heck, she is not interested in Rise of Phoenix. With this, Reyes will actually get so mad about this that the two of them will start to let out the aura. And Issei decided to make his presence known, as immediately Issei would just start clapping. As he's clapping, Issei will actually start speaking. Well, to see two high-class devils fighting like just like among this, like heck, that's really right there. It's like a surprise. Just Issei would say. As Ryza will actually look towards right there, like the direction where Issei is, as he will see Issei sitting there in Rey's chair, which was actually kind of comfortable, of course. Like he can understand why Reyes actually loves sitting in this chair. With this right there, like Ryza will actually soon ask, saying that, "Who are you, peasant?" With this, Issei will kind of raise his eyebrow and will say like, I will watch who you're talking to. You're literally in my territory right now. If I really wanted to, I can kill you on the spot. With this, Grayfield would raise her eyebrow, and that's like what she would just look towards Reyes, as she would just nod her head, saying that Issei actually kind of did own this territory, as she didn't even know about it. With this, Ryza would actually look towards Issei, like he would kind of look beside Issei, as he would see Ingvild there, as Ryza couldn't help but like, heck, she was actually fine as hell. Like she was pretty, way more prettier than Reyes, of course. And like, heck, she actually kind of had like a nice bust and like a slim waist, like something that Ryza really wanted. And plus, he can sense that she's actually a devil, but also she was also kind of not. Was she a half devil or something? That's literally strange. But heck, Ryza will actually just start speaking. Oh, who may you be? are you actually made like are you right there like a part of race project or so? Like you are really right there like pretty. Raiza will actually take you right there into his harem, of course. With this, Ingrid would just kind of be disgusted about this and like what? She would just send right there a shockwave, sending Raiza Phoenix to right there to the other end of the room as like immediately like what Ryza will get back up ready to attack, but Issei will actually just go release his aura, kind of like what Gilda actually did and on Tenya Island with Natsu. If you guys seen this scene, like heck, Gilda just released his strong like his magical aura, scaring Natsu. So yeah, that's what Issei did to actually Gilda. So pretty much right there, like, heck, Gravia decided to defuse the bomb, as she immediately actually, like, what, send her own aura right there, like, sending the place, like, like the whole, like, what, temperature inside the room just started to decrease, and everybody can now see their own breath. As immediately Issei would just stop releasing his aura, as he would look towards Gravia, as Gravia would look towards Issei, saying that there should be no fighting here, that she's actually here from actually Lucifer herself, honored that maiden, as she was actually taxed that there should be no fighting today. As pretty much she would just go and explain the whole there like thing if Race wants to get out of her relationship, she would need to rather defeat Ryza Phoenix in a rating game. With this, Ryza would just chuckle as he would just actually go and snap his fingers, and immediately right there an orange circle will form inside the room as all of Ryza's Parage members would be there. Ryza has actually 4 sets, of course, and Ryza has won already more than 50 games of a rating game. Is this your whole Parage race? If it is, I'm so disappointed. So, what if it is? She would say. With this right there, like, hey, Ryza will actually give Ryza the handicap for Reyes that he will actually let Reyes train for 10 days for the rating game. And with this, he would just leave with his actually Parage members, and also Grayfia rather leaving too to like Grayfia leaving too to actually inform the higher ups. With this, pretty much right there, Issa and Ingrid were actually about to leave, but immediately right there, Reyes actually stopped them, telling right there Issa to please help her in this. With this, Issa will kind of look as he will actually kind of decline, saying like, yeah, I'm not actually getting involved between right there two right there family household. As immediately Reyes will actually start begging Issei, saying that right there, like if she loses, she has to like get married to Ryza Phoenix, the person that she doesn't even like, and things like that, yada yada yada. As Issei can see that she was actually about to cry, and Issei just sighs, saying like, oh my god, this woman's gonna be the death of me. Oh, fine, I'll help you, but I'm not helping you inside the rating game. I can help you train, but the rating game is all up to you. With this, Reyes would kind of be satisfied with that kind of answer. As with that, we would just go on to right there, like the next day, where they will actually begin their pretty much right there training. Once they actually reach the mountains right there, like heck, they will actually like starting to actually probably right there rest up a bit. Like heck, they just walked up like a whole mountain, of course. As like heck, this is training. Like training was this training. Ethan takes training seriously in this. So heck, he actually sees that they were about to rest up. Like heck, he just walked the mountain. This is nothing. Like heck, so immediately Ethan just sends right there a fireball towards right there the Parage. And besides, Arthea is there. If I'm actually like forgot to say so. So yeah, Arthea, she's pretty much joined right there Reyes Parage after Reyes saved her from the fallen angels. Yada yada yada. So yeah. So Arthea is actually part of Reyes Parage. Sorry if I forgot to tell you guys about that. So immediately the group will actually dodge that fireball, barely even dodging it. As right there, Reyes will ask why is he actually attacking them. Issa will say like, this is training, of course. So immediately Issa will actually start right there sending like blazer of fire, as they will actually all try to dodge this, as they will get hit by the fire completely right there, getting burned on some parts of the area in their body. As this actually continued for quite a while now, as they like Issa kept on shooting fire towards them. Like Issa went down the training route which Tawny did for Issa in the original anime of DxD. But yeah, so Issa is just doing the same method for them, as he's using Tawny method to actually improve, to pretty much increase their stamina and their resistance towards fire. as they actually like what like the whole like Parat was trying to actually like survive Issei for their fire attack all the way to actually pretty much when it actually hits 8 o'clock. They spend right there like pretty much right there like the whole day running around trying to survive. As with this, Issei will actually tell them that this is actually going to be their training for actually now on in the morning, that they will have to survive Issei, as he like heck, Issei is going to the methods of killing them, like not really killing them, but still he's gonna lead them, like he's gonna actually leave some marks on them. So yeah, so with this actually continue on for the 10 days for Riz Paratra surviving Issei. And pretty much like heck, like Ingrid will also that she also helped by she actually placed like what like a magic like seal on them for them not to use their wings, so they can't really fly. They will have to survive running on like just on the ground, so they can't really use the wings. And also heck, Draga was also there, which they actually question who is really is she, but heck, they like Issei told like them that she's pretty much over like special person, as she is capable of actually like what destroying an ultimate class devil with ease. So yeah, she's kind of powerful. So she kind of helps also with the training. Like heck, doing the same thing what Issei did. This could we would just have a time skip all the way to the end of the 10 days. Pretty much heck, like Race Barrage were actually like heck, they kind of felt confident about this rating game. Like heck, they like even though they spend most of their time where they're running away from Issei, like and trying to avoid his like fire, they actually did really increase their stamina, and also their like heck, they will actually like increase their reflexes too, which will be a really good benefit inside this whole battle. So with this, I'm not gonna go into details about the whole rating game. So yeah, so with this, like heck, Issei would just leave. He wished them good luck, and so yeah, on the rating game actually begins. Now I'm like I said, I'm not gonna go into details, but I'm just gonna say that to you guys, Riz lost. Yeah, she pretty much lost. Even with Issei training, she did lose, of course. But like, let me tell you this, she did do really better than original from the anime. So with this, like, I'm gonna give you guys a small like what rundown. Konako was actually able to defeat the people inside the gym. She did not get herself blown up by Yubel. Well, she kind of did, but heck, it didn't actually knock her out immediately. She was still able to go. So yeah, she went after like Akano was facing off against Yubel. Konako went to help Kiba. Without the two of them would actually like what would defeat the rest of like the Parage members like on the field, which was only like left like what the Queen of Rise of Phoenix, which heck, they were actually quite badly damaged, even if like Arthur was there healing them, but still. But once they actually got onto the roof, Yubella, like heck, the battle begins. With this, like heck, Yubella just started to actually like get serious now. And pretty much she was actually kind of injured, but like heck, she uses her like the Phoenix tier, which they were actually just unaware of, as immediately like heck, that actually what made them pretty much lost the whole game, as Yubella just goes and blows them like all up, besides from Riz. But yeah, Rise of Phoenix and Yubella just goes as they did like a combined team effort to actually eliminate Riz once and for all. So yeah, Riz actually gets eliminated. So, but they actually kind of did good. So yeah, but still, with this, like what news actually goes and reach Issei, like see that like heck, Riz actually pretty much lost. Issei would just sigh, as also he yeah, he would just sigh, as he would just think to himself that this loss would be pretty much of a good like what like way to motivate them to become even stronger, to get like serious for that one point that so pretty much we actually see Issei pretty much right there like in his club room, as nobody was there. He was just there just doing papers and like on his own, as immediately right there like what a magic circle will form right in front of Issei, as Grayfia will actually appear in it and like appear out like just out of it, as Issei will just raise an eyebrow wondering why Grayfia is actually here. Grayfia will go ahead and Issei right there like what the magic circle like sheet, telling like asking Issei to pretty much right there save Rias. But it's easy to kind of think about this. Like, he doesn't want to get involved in all this. Like, he helped them train. I mean, yes, that's like that's all he wanted them, like, him to do. But he didn't want to have to get involved with all this devil things and things like that. But like, heck, Grayfair actually kind of begged Issei to do it, which Issei sighed, saying that, fine, I'll actually do it, but don't expect anything if I actually lose, okay? Which, heck, Issei was not gonna lose. I mean, come on, your boy is actually pretty much is a pro. So right there, like, heck, Grayfair would thank Issei as she would just leave in just a magic circle, as Issei would go and contact Ingvild, as right there, he would tell her about the whole thing, which Ingvild would actually just go as she would just teleport with Issei to the underworld to save Rias. As the moment they actually got there, immediately instead of really Issei like from the anime going around busting all the gods he actually sees, Ingvild just kind of puts them just to sleep. As they actually made their way all the way to to where the wedding is actually being kept. As immediately Issei does his three awesome entries, as he just kicked down the door, completely breaking it. As like, heck, all the devils there will actually now be looking at Issei and Ingvild there, as Ryder will actually ask, what's the meaning of this? With this, Issei was just kind of right there, like, heck, like, he would just pretty much right there make his speech, saying right there that he's actually here to pretty much free Rias Grimmery from an engagement. Now, like, before I can even continue, Surzek didn't even know about this. So yeah, like, Surzek didn't order that Grayfair to give the sheet to like Issei, because like, number one, Issei was actually in her parage inside the original of the anime and things like that. So he ordered like Grayfair to like, heck, help Issei give the like magic circle, save Rias from the anime. So yada yada yada. But in this one, this was all Grayfair's doing. She literally begged Issei to help Rias get out from engagement. So she didn't want to see her sister-in-law being in a relationship that she didn't even want. So yeah, so this was actually all Grayfair's thing. With this Issei would just say like, oh yeah, just a little someone actually asked me for some help, which he was actually referring to Grayfair. Which, okay, Surzek was actually there. He would look towards Grayfair, like she would just shrug her like shoulder while having a smirk on her face. Which Surzek actually copped on about this, as he pretty much said like, okay, pretty much right there, he would just actually like order the fight between right there Rise of Phoenix and Issei to begin. As pretty much I'm gonna be ending it there for this what if, guys. If you guys pretty much love this actually part, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys inside the next one. Peace.